Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Makes Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so with today's video, I thought, why not tell you guys the top 10 films from horror that I haven't seen. So there's quite a few classics that I still haven't seen to this day. I do plan on watching them at some point down the line. But these 10 are the ones that stuck out the most to me. These are the ones that I feel like are the most popular, are ones that most people have actually seen. But I'm one of those people that hasn't. And funnily enough, I'm a movie YouTuber. And just some of these classics I haven't seen still. And it's shocking, really. Whether I'll get round to watching them this year, who knows? I mean, one of them on the list I definitely will, because there was a new film come out for this franchise this year, so I will watch that. But the rest, I'm not sure when I would watch them. One of them is a part of one of the popular directors' filmography, so when I do a ranking of his stuff, that will probably come out. But yeah, so these are the ones that, to me, I feel like are absolute classics to you guys, and that pretty much nearly everyone's probably watched. I won't go into too much depth on them, so this might be a fairly short video. And to be honest, this is in no particular order. This is just the random list that I've come up with. I've got it right here in front of me in my little notebook. So yeah, I'm just going to move over to the side, and then I'm going to let you guys know the 10 movies of horror I still haven't seen. And I cannot speak English today again. It's going to be one of those days, I can tell. Okay, so starting off with the first one on my list, because I'm going to go start from the top and work my way down. First one, The Sixth Sense. Now, this is a popular film. Yes, I know how it ends. I have been spoiled. That's neither here nor there. But I still want to see it because of how popular it was and how shocking the ending is. I haven't seen the ending, but I just know what it is. So, for me, I would love to be able to have that reaction of watching it and being like, oh, okay, you know, so that's shock value. But this is one of M. Night Shyamalan's filmography. I've only seen his more recent films, so Split, Glass, Knock at the Cabin. I have seen Unbreakable, but that's not too recent. That's not like Split, where it's in like the 2010s and things like that. But I haven't really seen much of his older stuff. I think the only one I have seen is Signs. And that's because I got made to watch it in school for one of our class sessions. I don't know why we watched it. It was just, yeah. But I am fairly certain I haven't seen any of his other films. But this is one of his more popular films. So when I do get round to working on an M. Night Shyamalan ranking, I will then watch this film. Because, like I said, it is one I have been wanting to see. The second one I'm going to talk about is The Exorcist. Yes, I still have not seen that. Even with the new film that came out last year, I was planning to watch the films then, because this is my thing. I plan stuff, but then things come up, knocks my motivation, and then I don't feel like doing it. So hence why you see me stop and start so many series and things like that. So that's why, if you're wondering why that happens. But The Exorcist is one of those classics. Say it's one from the 1970s, I think it is, or 80s. I can't really remember. So say this is one of the more popular horror films, I feel like, on this list. In fact, most probably the popular horror film on this list, looking at them. And it is a case of, I do want to do it because I would love to do a ranking on the franchise, and because it's supposed to be really scary, so I'd love to know if I would get scared by it now, being a more recent viewer. So, we'll see what happens. The next one is Carrie. I have not seen any of the films, not even the remake, nothing. But I'm quite surprised I haven't, because I've seen trailers for this, both the original and the remake, and I do feel like this is my kind of horror film. I don't know why I haven't watched it yet. But of course, when I do watch it, there will be an original versus remake of that. I've heard the original is better than the remake. So I look forward to seeing where my feelings go for that. But say, I've heard nothing but good things about Carrie. I know what happens in Carrie. It's one of those things that pretty much nearly all of these horror films, I know roughly what happens. But to me, it's the experience of seeing that is what I'm looking forward to the most. The next one is another popular one. They're here. The Poltergeist. Well, Poltergeist, sorry. I don't know why I said The Poltergeist. Poltergeist. I have not seen any of these films either. Yes, I know. It's an absolute horror classic. And I still haven't watched it. So, like I said, there is a lot of films I still haven't watched. You won't find Alien on this list, but that's because I did start watching it with my dad a few weeks ago, but never finished it. So, to me, I'm not really going to count that. But I have not seen the rest of the Alien franchise either, so I'm just going to put that out there. But Poltergeist, this is another one of those haunted movies that, yeah, again, I still have not watched. So, I do apologise for this list. So, like I said, there's a lot of classics on here. The next one, this is the one that I said earlier that I will be watching this year because of the new film that's come out, and that is The Omen. Not seen that. I heard it's a cursed film, because you have that cursed film series on Shudder, which I still haven't watched yet, where they talk about how The Omen is one of those cursed films. I haven't seen any of them. Not a single one. I will be doing original versus remake. I was supposed to do this last week for it, but it never happened. And I'm now doing something else for this week's one. So, like I said, something comes up, it knocks me down for my motivation, and then I end up starting again. So, this will be the case until I can feel like I can keep going. But the next one, the reason why I haven't seen this is because when I was younger and I'd seen a clip of Nightmare on Elm Street, I was terrified. So then my mum said, you're not watching this because you're going to be absolutely terrified of this. And I have not watched it as an adult yet, unlike Nightmare on Elm Street. And that is Hellraiser. Yes, I have not seen Hellraiser. I've not seen Pinhead, nothing. My mum told me I couldn't watch it growing up because I was terrified of a lot of things when I was little. But I still have not got round to watching these films. Yeah, I tell you, I'm terrible for this. But this one that's the reason why. Is because I got told by my mum not to watch it. But now I'm older, I can watch it. So at some point I will get round to watching that film. The whole franchise actually, because I've heard the franchise is mixed, where it's got some good sequels, some bad sequels. So I look forward to seeing what this is all about. I know about the little box thing. I can't remember what it's called. But I don't know. This is one of those films. I think this is probably it's probably 2 films on this list that I don't really know much on. And speaking of which, the next one I'm going to talk about is The Hills Have Eyes. And this is the Wes Craven classic. I have not seen all of his films. I have seen Scream, I've seen A Nightmare on Elm Street, and I've seen The Last House on the Left. I have not seen anything else, at least as far as I'm aware. But I am planning to do a ranking of his films, so expect The Hills Have Eyes to be watched hopefully this year, because I want Wes Craven to be the first director that I rank on this channel, so I am determined. But this one, all I know is it's about hillbillies. That's literally all I know. I don't know much else. But I have heard it's a creepy classic, and I know there's a remake as well, which luckily the remake is on Disney+. So long as it stays on there until I get a chance to watch the original, then we'll be good. But no, this is one of Wes Craven's more well-known films, sort of like his earlier films. So I look forward to giving that a go, because for me, I prefer more of his more modern stuff, but that might be because that is what I watched to start with, so we'll see. The next one is more of a weird kind of horror film, and I know a lot of people find this a bit odd. Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, I haven't watched this, and yet it seems like my kind of thing, because, yeah, again, I saw a trailer for this, and it seemed like the weird kind of movie that I would watch. So, yeah, at some point, I will watch Sleepaway Camp. I don't know whether I'll watch the other, I think there's like 2 or 3 films after this. I'm not really sure. But I've heard it's sort of like kind of Friday the 13th-ish, but a little bit different. And I heard the ending is very shocking. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing what that's going to be about. The next one, I honestly don't know when I would watch this, because this is a dog film, and it is Cujo. This is about a rabid dog, that's all I know. I feel like, do I really want to watch this? Because I am now a dog lover, and it's like, do I really want to see a dog go rabid and hurt people? Not really, no. So this might be one of those ones that I'll probably put off for a very long time, or unless there's another Cujo film that comes out, or remake, or whatever. But I have a funny feeling this will be one of those films that I would go to last, probably, or near to last. It'll be one of those ones that I have to hype myself up for and be like, come on, we'll watch it. We'll watch this classic. We'll get it done. And the last one is one of the very first zombie films we ever got, and that is Night of the Living Dead. I have not seen any of those films. I've not seen the remake, none of that, which is quite surprising because I do like my zombie films. I mean, I've seen Resident Evil, Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, so I do like my zombie films, but for some reason I have just not watched this one. I don't know why, and say, I believe there's a remake to this one, so I will be doing original versus remake when I do watch these films. But yeah, this is another horror classic that I've just not got round to seeing. I've thought about it, seen clips for it, but never actually watched it. So this will be one of those things that on this list, eventually I will get all of these watched, because I am determined to see all the classic films that I have not seen. But yeah, so that is my 10 classic horror films that I have not seen. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And leave me your top 10 horror movies you haven't seen classic-wise. Let me know, would you like a top 10 modern horror movies that I haven't seen? Because there's quite a few of those that I still haven't seen. Let me know if you'd like that to be a list. If so, I'll do it. But yeah, so I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!